Okay, so I need to talk about something that I feel like is so obvious from a girl's perspective, but apparently is the most confusing thing in the world to guys. And I cannot let this go anymore because I watch men miss these signs constantly, and it is actually painful to witness. So today we are talking about the 5 clear signs that a woman actually wants to sleep with you, not just likes you, not just thinks you're cute, actually wants you. And I'm going to give you the full psychology behind each one because I think once you understand why we do these things, it makes so much more sense than just memorizing a checklist. And before I get into it, I just want to say, girls are not mysterious. I know we get that reputation, and honestly, some of us lean into it a little too much. But the truth is, when a woman wants you, she is communicating it constantly. The signals are everywhere. You just have to know what you're looking at. So, sign number 1, and this one is the one that I think gets overlooked the most because it seems so small. She touches you and she finds every reason to do it again. Now, I've talked about touch before on this channel, but I want to go deeper on it today because there is a specific kind of touch that goes beyond just being friendly and into territory that is much more intentional. When a girl just likes you as a person, the touch is warm, but it's brief. When she wants you, the touch lingers. She touches your arm, and her hand stays there a second longer than it needed to. She adjusts something on you, your sleeve, your collar, literally anything, as an excuse to be in your space. She sits close enough that there's consistent physical contact and she is not creating distance. She finds the small moments of contact and she keeps coming back to them. I had a situation with this guy once where I literally kept finding reasons to fix his hair. His hair did not need fixing. I just wanted my hands near him, and my brain was inventing justifications, and I was not even fully conscious of it while it was happening. That is what desire does. It pulls you physically towards someone, and your hands start making decisions before your brain signs off on them. If she is touching you consistently, and the touch feels intentional and warm, and she keeps returning to it, she is not being friendly. She is telling you something. Sign number 2, she is making herself visually available to you in a way that is very deliberate. And what I mean by this is, she is aware of how she looks around you in a specific heightened way. She fixes her hair when you walk in. She sits or stands in a way that she knows is flattering. She wears something she feels good in when she knows she's going to see you. She makes eye contact and holds it, and there is something behind it that goes beyond just paying attention. The psychology here is really interesting because when a woman is sexually attracted to someone, she becomes hyper aware of her own physical presence around them. It's like a switch flips, and suddenly she is very conscious of how she's coming across visually. She wants to be looked at by you specifically. She is presenting herself, and that presentation is intentional even when it looks effortless. There is a difference between a girl who just exists around you and a girl who is aware of herself around you, and once you can feel that difference, it is unmistakable. She wants your eyes on her. That is information. Sign number 3, and this is the one that I think is the most psychologically revealing. She brings the conversation into intimate territory. She asks you about your dating life. She asks what you find attractive in someone. She talks about relationships and physical connection and desire in a way that she is steering toward you without being completely direct about it. She makes a comment about something physical, your arms, your hands, the way you smell, and then kind of laughs it off or looks away like she said more than she meant to. She asks if you've ever been with someone and describes something that sounds a lot like her. She asks what you're looking for right now. These are not accidental conversational directions. When a woman starts steering conversation toward intimacy and attraction and physical things, she is testing the temperature. She is seeing how you respond. She is opening a door and watching to see if you'll walk through it. The reason she's doing it in this slightly indirect way rather than just saying it is because she needs to feel safe enough to go there fully, and this is how she builds that safety, by dipping a toe in and seeing how the water feels. If she is consistently bringing things back to intimate topics when she is around you, she is trying to tell you something. Sign number 4, her body language around you is completely open, and I mean that in a very specific physical sense. Crossed arms, turned away posture, physical distance, one-word answers, and reasons to be somewhere else. That is a closed woman, an open woman, a woman who wants you. faces you fully. Her posture is relaxed and unguarded. She is not creating physical barriers between you. She tilts her head when you talk. She laughs with her whole face and doesn't try to make herself smaller. She lets you into her physical space and doesn't step back when you get closer. She might bite her lip or touch her mouth when she's listening to you, which sounds like a movie thing, but is actually a real physiological response to attraction that happens because blood flow increases to the lips when we are aroused, and the body responds to that. Open body language is essentially the physical form of emotional availability, and when a woman is fully open around you, relaxed, facing you, letting you close, not protecting herself, she is comfortable enough with her desire for you to let her guard down completely. And that level of openness is not something we give to people we're neutral about. And sign number 5, and the last one, and honestly the most telling, she creates a situation where the two of you could be alone, and then she makes no move to leave. She invites you in. She suggests you stay. She finds one more thing to do, one more thing to watch, one more reason for the night to keep going when it had a perfectly natural ending point 10 minutes ago. I cannot tell you how many times I have been the girl sitting on a couch at midnight, thinking of literally anything to say to make a guy not leave yet because I wanted him to stay and I wanted him to make a move. And I was not going to say that out loud, so instead I suggested another episode, or offered to make coffee, or brought up something random just to buy more time. Girls, we have all done this. We know exactly what we're doing in that moment. And guys, if she is creating opportunities for you to be alone with her and then finding every reason to extend that alone time, she is waiting. She is giving you the moment. She is setting up the shot and hoping you'll take it. So here is the real psychology underneath all 5 of these signs, and I want you to actually hear this part. Female desire is not passive, even though it can look passive from the outside. When a woman wants someone, she is actively working toward that. She is touching, presenting, steering conversations, opening her body language, engineering alone time. She is doing all of this on purpose. It is not accidental. It is not friendly. It is her desire expressing itself in the way that feels safe enough to act on. And the reason she is not just saying it directly is because desire makes us vulnerable in a way that is genuinely terrifying, and the indirect approach lets her test the ground before she fully commits to standing on it. So when you see these signs, and now you will, don't overthink it. Don't wait for a 6th sign or a 7th sign, or for her to take out a billboard. Just be direct. Be calm. Be present. Tell her you're feeling something. See what she says. She's already been trying to tell you for a while now. That's Lexi's advice.